Bestie, buckle up. We have a brony story time from an employee that has been sent in to me. A whole group of bronies. I'm going to give you Sally to protect you. Trust me, hold her tight, okay? So this happened in Australia where they have this thing at the movie theaters where it's like mom and bubs is what they said it's called. So like moms can bring in their kids, their young children that are like crying and playing and stuff. And they leave the lights on during the theater time. That way the kids, like the moms can enjoy the movie without being stressed out by their kids. Well, that's what it was intended to be used for. But they did a Moms and Bubs for the premiere of My Little Pony. And they had this playing at 9 a.m, thinking all these moms and their young kids were going to come. Yeah, the poor worker looks out and sees that there's about 40 grown bronies lined up before the theater opens, waiting to go to this My Little Pony premiere. A lot of them are wearing either just like all black, but a lot of them are wearing My Little Pony shirts, and one even has a figure with them. This poor worker lets them in, sells them their tickets, and there are some moms with their children going, because that was the whole purpose of this. This is supposed to be for moms and their children. But these bronies were like, well, this is the first playing ever in the theater, so like it's the premiere, so we gotta go to the My Little Pony. They go into the theater. Everything's like fine at first. They don't know, like the employee is just like, okay, things seem to be going fine until about 10 minutes in. About 10 minutes in is when a mom comes forward and is like, you know, my child's crying and stuff. Like, can you please refund us? And they're like, what do you mean? Like, that's okay. That's the whole point of this. Like, kids can be kids. Like, they're little kids. Like, that's what the light's on. That's why you guys can enjoy it. That's what the Moms and Bubs is about. But other people were complaining. You want to know who the other people were? The bronies, being chaotic. Well, they go ahead and refund her. They don't go check though, but they refund her. When about 10 minutes later, a biker, they call them bikies over there in Australia, a biker comes up and is like, hey, you need to go do something before I kill somebody. This biker is pissed, okay, because the employee goes back, and these bronies are yelling and bullying and screaming at these children because they're ruining the movie for them. Because, yeah, it's the moms and bubs. Like, these kids are allowed to be walking around and stuff. But these bronies are like, that doesn't matter. This is the grand finale. This is the premiere of, actually, this is the first premiere play of My Little Pony. You know, Friendship is Magic, and it's for adults too. So you gotta let us watch it. Like, we can't wait to another time. We have to see it at the premiere. And are literally arguing with the mothers, screaming at the children, bullying the children into leaving. Like, these parents are leaving with their kids crying because these grown men were bullying them into leaving. At a children's My Little Pony premiere, like set for children. These men didn't want to wait, even though they could have just seen a later showtime like an hour and a half later. But because this was the first time they were playing it in the theaters, even though it was for kids and their moms, they came in and ruined it for these little children. And to make it worse, one of the guys had left his figures behind because apparently more than one of them brought the figure. The employee just saw like the one figure when they walked in. But one of them left the figure behind, calls in and is like, hey, is my little rainbow or whatever, the Pinkie Pie, whatever it was, figure there. He goes in, comes back to pick up the figure, and then is whispering to it as he leaves. Like he's got his little figure and is like, yeah, my little Pinkie Pie, we're going to go home. We're going to go home, Pinkie Pie. Y'all nasty. That showing was for children. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with adults who want to watch kids shows. Like, dude, I watch Bluey all the time with my kids. Like, it's okay to watch children. It's you ruining it for children. It's the fact that it is made for children. Like, you can watch adults can watch children's shows, but you need to recognize that it's still for children. Bronies, no, I'm not saying every single brony. There are some, like, adults that like My Little Pony that are fine, but there are so many bronies that do this nasty, disgusting, and they will argue with you with well, actually, it's for everyone. It teaches a good timeline about friendship. Dude, it's the reason you're watching it because nobody wants to be friends with you because you're nasty. I have so many of my own personal brony story times. And I have more people who've been submitting them, and you're welcome to keep submitting them. But this one it ticks me off that these bronies ruined it for little kids. I agree with the biker. I agree with the biker guy who was like, you better come in here before I kill somebody. And to be whispering to the pony figure on your way out, what the fuck? Like I said, you guys are welcome to continue to submit stories. I am still going through them. Like I said, I'm still getting over the flu and the con crud, but I will get to them. And as always, I am a Ken doll with interchangeable accessories for their pleasure. I feel weird saying that because of this. I feel weird saying my outro because, yeah, these guys are...